guys, this is another video from your friendly neighborhood reviewer, Evelyn. So today we're going to be reviewing another K-drama series that came out on TVN on February the 28th of 2022. It's called Military Prosecutor Doberman, also known as Kommissar Doberman. The series stars An Bo-hyun. You may remember him from the Netflix series My Name. He plays the title character of Doberman. See the play on words? And then we have the second lead character, Jo Bo-ah. She plays Cha Woo-in. So the series, I'm going to be reviewing from episode 1 to 4 because that's all the episodes that's released so far. So the series starts with Doberman, like the main guy, that he's a delinquent person that lives with his aunt because tragically his parents died in a car crash in which he was present, and he's trying to figure out his life. So he ends up getting out from high school and getting the lawyer qualifications, and he tries to apply to different law firms, but none of them want to take him because they consider him a high school dropout. So after leaving all the law firms, he gets enticed by a man called Young-moon-go, played by Kim Young-min. He goes and looks at Doberman and says, "I like your attitude and your spirit. I can promise you a position in my law firm, but only if you enter the military as a military prosecutor." And Doberman, at first, we see him like, yeah, let's do it. So he goes off. My initial reaction with the character of Doberman, I was trying to think whether there was a bigger game at large. But by episode 4, I figured out he just was wanting to get higher position, money, trying to get better in life. And also his auntie is a policewoman, but after the jump forward, we see her as a detective. So we have a flash forward, and he's already served his time as a military prosecutor, but he's also working with the guy Young-moon-go, like doing cases, but also bringing some justice to the other people that, for example, want to avoid favoritism or sons of millionaires. So his time in the military is coming to a close, and a new military prosecutor has come in. So here enters Cha Woo-in, the actress Jo Bo-ah. She's going to take over Doberman's position as the military prosecutor. So when she comes in, we can see that she's putting on an act of being so innocent, so sweet, that nothing could touch her. But then we get introduced to this other crazy son of a military person who is also now boss of this defense company, IM Defense. And then we find out that the solicitor, Young-moon-go, who went and enlisted Doberman, is working closely with the family of the rich son, and the rich son's name is No Tae-nam. He's very crazy. He's going around. This series, they like to shove in the word Doberman innuendo so many times just to get across the connections with the title of the show. I commend it, but it can be a bit overkill at times. That the billionaire, the rich son, No Tae-nam, goes around with a Doberman that he calls Bolt. So we can kind of see the connections, that there's a web of lies and intrigue going on. And then also the rich, No Tae-nam, he has a groupie of followers, a K-pop idol singer called Alan, and all these other groupie hang-ons. There's a crime that happens where Alan comes in with a fangirl, whatever, and things go dark where they end up drugging this girl, and everybody ends up unfortunately raping her. So Cha Woo-in steps in and goes and helps the girl, but then we get introduced that she's working undercover. Her disguise is going in a red wig, shades, and a trench coat and high heels. So she lures the attackers, she beats them up, and then somebody helps her to clean up the mess. So we see, we're trying to understand, what's her intentions of being in the military, because when Doberman does a background analysis of her, apparently she studied in America, dropped out of law school, and then there were 3 missing years. So there's a mysterious mission that Cha Woo-in is doing. All in all, to be all honest, I thought Doberman had greater aspirations, but they just basically somebody that's been kept in the dark about something. And to be all honestly, I was starting to lose, faith in the series had something more meaningful. But then again, as the series progresses, Doberman is really anxious, to get higher position with the billionaires, with the son of the military person. So No Tenam, he doesn't want to go into the army. So Doberman goes and tells him that I can get you exempted from the army, and goes and promises him that. But things don't go well, and it doesn't really go that way. That Chow Woo-in manages to get the video of what happened with the attack of the girl. At first, the victim didn't want to go forward, but when the victim was getting terrorized by Young Moon-go, she had enough and gave the video to Chow Woo-in. That in turn, she gave it to Doberman, the auntie of Doberman, who's now a detective. Of course, Doberman doesn't want to have his auntie involved. So when we get to episode 3 to 4, this is where the real part of the plot comes together, where the video gets released, and then we get to see who is the real villain of the series. And we introduced the mother of the billionaire, I don't know how many zeros that the main bad guy has, of No Hwa-young. She is the mother of No Tanam. The actress's name is Oh Young-soo. She has become the first female general of the army, and she's very obsessed about her career. She wants to be the best, the greatest, and then we get flashbacks that she abused terribly her son by putting him down the well and so on, and we find that she's missing an index finger, or half of an index finger. We don't know how she missed half of that, but that might get later revealed within the series, and she's the big bad of the series. She's the real owner of the defense company, and she put her son as the figurehead. And inadvertently, she sees her son as a liability, and no matter what, she wants her son to enlist in the army. So she goes and uses Young Mo-gu, the other right-hand man, to make that happen, and that does happen. So Doberman goes and follows the girl, and she finds out that she's getting help from another person that runs a company, who her dad went and helped him start up the company. And then we get background information about Chow Woo-in, that the IM Defense Company was, before things happened, originally run by her father. But the father got framed, and then his murder was staged as an accident or a suicide, and she vowed revenge against No Hwa-young for framing her father and taking over the company. So her mission is to take down No Hwa-young and bring justice. So there's a big chase where Doberman is in a meeting with No Tae-nam in a nightclub, and then the police come down and he has to make a great escape. And mysteriously he gets the car keys back. He ends up driving at full speed. We see that the car has been tampered with, and the car flips over so many times, and then we get to see the girl come down. Cutscene, he wakes up in the hospital to see the girl there. He starts questioning the girl, and the girl goes and tells him, I led you to everything, and she tells him, you don't remember the most important fact. We get flashbacks that Doberman's parents, both of them, the mom and the dad, were both in the military, and he was in the back seat when the accident happened as a young boy. They both end up receiving a phone call from the father of Chow Woo-in, because apparently the father of Chow Woo-in and Doberman's parents, they were all friends, because there was a photo that you can see the three of them together. And then when the car flips, he doesn't remember what happens next. When he starts looking for the case files about his parents' accident, he goes and meets with another military person that was close with his parents, and also with Chow Woo-in's father. And then he finds the photo, and then when he goes to the crash site, he tries to remember, but when he goes off to meet Na Hwa-young, there's an altercation that happened. Female general tells Doberman not to, why should I salute you or bow to you or whatever when you're trying to help my son to be exempt from the army. So there's a bit of a scuffle. No Hwa-young goes and starts choking Doberman by the throat. But of course, Doberman subdues him, takes off the glove, and sees that she's missing an index finger. And apparently, this triggers him to remember that important piece of the memory, that No Hwa-young was there at the site, and potentially caused the crash. And he saw his face, he saw her face. So after that meeting, he's left stunned. He's shocked to his core. And then we get flash forward 5 months later, the prosecution, because the idea is the Nam gets coerced to go to the army because there's a video evidence of him participating in a assault of a sexual assault of a woman. So there's no refuting that. But he gets coerced, I think, going into the army. Mom is head of the military at this point. Everything will be going in his favor and he have a greater chance of being dismissed of the charges. But at the end of episode 4, we see that Doberman comes in. The girl's already there sitting on the seat, but there's an empty seat. Doberman comes in and he's there with the uniform, and we have the end cutscene. So to sum up episode 1 to 4, it's a lot of a build up just to get to the point of the story. There was so much unnecessary fillers in. I would think everything could have been resolved by episode 2, but let me see how many episodes this series has. Okay, this series has 16 episodes, so okay, maybe I can get why they're stretching it out, but I think all of this could have been resolved by the end of episode 2 at least. Maybe not. We can see that the character of Doberman at first is just really out for himself. I want to thank everybody that subscribed so far. This is the end of the video, YouTubers. I just want to thank everybody that subscribed so far. A big thank you. Keep on sharing the love. Subscribe, leave a comment, a like, and see you next time. Bye.